Hello friends, today we are going to discuss unit number 7 here, management functions, MGM 105. Here if we take the initial stage of human being, we will observe that for satisfying his own needs and for his own safety, human being used to stay in groups also. He met other people due to his own needs. Mutual relationship were established. He started understanding here due to this one, and you will find such types of. Apart from these, we observe that various government institutions, cooperatives organizations, industrial institutions, workers associations, and women's organization also function simultaneously. In the opinion of management expert Marsh Seaman, he concept of organization is the old one, and the joint family is the example of it. Because in the joint family, there was a head of the family. He disperses the work, he distributes the work, and distributes the authorities also here. And we will find that all these things are very similar to the modern principles of organization also. Human body is another best example of organization. Human body considers of various parts. Effective functioning of every part of human body is important one. And now here, human organization is one of the such kind. The word organization has emerged from the English word organism. From the above mentioned two examples, it will be clear that the concept of organization includes the following principles here. And those principles are here. First one, group efforts to achieve certain objectives. Second one here is given the coordination in each other's work. Then third one is interpersonal relationship, and fourth one is discipline behavior, and fifth is flexibility to get adjusted with the surrounding situation, etc. That means capability. So there could be various angles to look at the organization also. What are these various angles? It will be clear from the following figure. Here figure number 7, 1 is given here. And from that figure, you will find that organization means a group that is controlled by the authority. Organization is the process having factors like delegation, then departmentation, and decentralization. Organization is also a human system here. Organization is a mechanized system also. Here, management principles has primarily emphasized the following three factors there, and those three factors are individuals in organization, then second factor is ability of various individuals, and third factor is organization structure and pattern also. So there are just like here in management functions, next to the functions of planning is the function of organization, which is important one. To make production system as per the objectives, any organization has to bring together various factors required for the production also. And for that, Henry Fayol, it can be distributed in two parts: organization of material, and second part is organization of manpower also. Out of these, it is easier to increase the efficiency in production process by making orderly structure of the materials. However, it is very difficult to build structure. The meaning and concept of these organization, the organization has two meanings here, and those the word organization has two meanings. Meanings of the organization could be any institutions or functional group, that is professional, so business industrial groups and hospitals, cricket association, etc. Other meaning is that the organization is one of the process, and this process implies distribution of work based on the objectives, delegation of authority, entrusting of responsibility, etc. The first type of that formal organization, in this organization you will find that in this any person or group of persons comes together for the comes together for the until eternity. Such groups, persons are called formal organization. Another type is informal organization. In this unit type organization, one person or a group of persons come together for a certain amount of time, attachment of objectives also here. And when the meaning of the word organization is here, when the meaning of the word organization is used to management function, it is related to the other functions like planning, direction, and control also. The employee working in the organization is treated as the soul of the organization also. Because of that, many economists have mentioned that organization is one of the very important factors of production also. Various experts and scientists explain that the concept of organization in different ways also. The management experts like Literate Davis, Alan Dale called industry and business as organization. Biologists call it human body mechanism in as organization also. The system of conscious coordination between functions or motives of two or more person is known as organization here. This is the definition given by Chester Bernard also. Now here we can find that there are some principles of organization, and those principles are here given. There is also important factors of management process. First factor is planning, second organization, third is staffing or recruitment, fourth is direction, and fifth is control here. So here another point of uh, organization are there are many principles discussed by Henry Fayol also, and he has given some basic principles, and those principles are planning, organization, unity of command, and coordination and control. These five principles are given by Henry Fayol. While discussing about the management functions, he has emphasized more upon those following factors. That factor is one of the continuously designing the scheme, taking precautions. Then second, taking the care of building human and physical organization. Third one, appointment of efficient and enthusiastic persons as officers. Fourth one, bringing unity in various functions. Fifth is taking clear, clean, and accurate decisions. Sixth is selecting only eligible candidates. Seven, he has emphasized on the clarity of defining duties and attitude to be initiatives among the employees. Eighth is ensuring that discipline is maintained. And ninth is ensuring that the benefits of the organization don't suffer due to the personal interest also. Then here you will find that there is a organizational chart. Any management organization is the sensitive system, yet it can be represented in the form of chart also. Through this chart, one can also find the clear picture about the all persons working in the organization, their interrelationship, information about who is responsible for that, what work is there. Then second point is a human question here. Henry Fayol believed that the employee is the soul of the organization, and management should be based on the justice and affection, and has to be unbiased. Managers working in an organization also many much have good character to create unity and coordination among the employees also. Then the third point is management education. Henry Fayol stated that senior managers are required to be qualities like good health, intelligence, braveness, and conciseness about his duties, and specialized knowledge of business management education also. Then these are some points of here you will find the figure number 7.3, important factors of organization and their interrelationship here. And those factors are structure, strategy, skill, staff, style, and system. Those are known as 6S also. Here you will find the organization means identifiable group of people contributing their effort towards the attainment of common goals also. Then there are some definitions also given by Moon Raleigh, then Leonard, Professor Henry, others Sheldon, and also. So there are some, we studied all the above mentioned definitions, detail, we can explain the features of organization. And those features are here. First feature is deciding the objectives of the organization. You will find here the first feature is deciding the objectives of the organization. It is essential to decide the reasons behind the establishment of organization and what all functions it has to be performed here. Organization without objectives is like a ship without helm also here. The second feature is defining exact work also. Here the second feature is defining exact work. That means it is essential to decide who has to implement which work in the organization. It is also essential to see to it that resources required for the completing the organization also. Then this third point is division of work. It is also required to be scientific distribution of work depending upon the abilities of the employees. Fourth is delegation of authority. Here the delegation of authority means here some points are here. Delegation of authority, organization chart is the fifth one. Sixth one, grouping that balancing various activities in the organization. Seventh is the appointment of efficient skilled employees. Eighth is creation of interrelationship. Then here eighth point is creation of interrelationship. That means as the various people come together in organization, feeling cooperation is created, personalized are developed, and it helps the self motivations also. Then ninth point is existing here, existence of lasting until eternity. This is the 9 point. This is also one of the feature of the organization, and primarily it includes the employees working at organization come together for attainment of specific objectives. Second, various peoples come together as an organization, their interrelationship, and people come to in and go from organization, but it does not affect the existence of the organization also. So these are, then the 10th point is that organization creates specific culture also. Here the specific culture, that means the recognized only by their names also. Certain organizations can command specific goodwill also. So these are some points of organization create specific such types of culture also. मराठीमध्ये ज्याला आपण व्यवसाय संघटना म्हणतो, ही व्यवसाय संघटना प्रामुख्याने ही ज्या वेगवेगळ्या मुद्द्यावर किंवा घटनेवर आधारित असते, त्यामध्ये प्रामुख्याने आपल्याला व्यवस्थापकीय कार्य जे आहे ते संघटन म्हणून त्या कार्याचा उल्लेख करता येतो. त्यामध्ये संघटन या शब्दाची व्याख्या देण्यापेक्षा संकल्पना समजावून घेणं किंवा उदाहरणाने स्पष्ट करणं योग्य ठरतं. पूर्वीच्या काळी कुटुंब व्यवस्था होती. कुटुंब प्रमुख असतो आणि तो कामाची विभागणी करतो, अधिकाराची वाटणी करतो, कामाचा क्रम ठरवतो. म्हणजे हे कुटुंब प्रमुख हे त्या ऑर्गनायझेशनचे किंवा संघटनेचं एक उदाहरण मानता येईल. त्याचप्रमाणे दुसरं उदाहरण आपल्या शरीराचं देता येईल की ज्यामध्ये आपल्या शरीरामध्ये ही जी सर्व प्रक्रिया चालते ती मेंदूद्वारे सुसूत्रीकरण केलं जातं आणि त्यामुळे साहजिकच परस्परावलंबी किंवा परस्पर पूरक अवयवांचे हालचालीचं संचालन मार्गदर्शन हे मेंदूद्वारे केलं जातं. म्हणजे या दोन उदाहरणावरून आपल्याला संघटन ही प्रक्रिया समजू शकते. अर्थात संघटन शब्दाचे दोन अर्थ आहेत. एक तर संघटन म्हणजे कुठलीही संस्था किंवा क्रियात्मक व्यक्ती समूह होय. अर्थात यामध्ये व्यक्ती समूहाचा उल्लेख जो केला जातो तो प्रामुख्याने संघटन. दुसरी प्रक्रिया जी आहे ती प्रोसेस किंवा यामध्ये उद्दिष्टानुसार वाटणी, अधिकार प्रदान, जबाबदारी सोपवणे इत्यादीचा समावेश होतो. संघटन प्रक्रियेमध्ये किंवा व्यवस्थापन प्रक्रियेमध्ये जे घटक आहेत त्यामध्ये नियोजन, संघटन, कर्मचाऱ्याची नियुक्ती, डायरेक्शन आणि नियंत्रण या 5 घटकांचा समावेश होतो. अर्थात ह्या ज्या व्याख्या आहेत संघटनेच्या व्याख्या प्रामुख्याने व्यवस्थाय संघटन म्हणजे 2 किंवा अधिक व्यक्तीच्या कामामध्ये प्रेरणामध्ये जाणीवपूर्वक एक सूत्रता निर्माण करणारी व्यवस्था म्हणजे संघटन होय. ही व्याख्या दिलेली आहे चेस्टर बर्नार्ड शॉ यांनी. त्यानंतर व्यवस्थापकाच्या प्रशासकाच्या मूलगामी मीमांसा करणारा श्रेष्ठ विचारवंत म्हणून हेनरी फॅयल यांनी जी व्याख्या लिहिलेली आहे त्यामध्ये 5 प्रमुख घटक निर्धारित केलेले आहेत. ते 5 घटक म्हणजे नियोजन, संघटन, आदेश एकवाक्यता, कोऑर्डिनेशन किंवा सुसूत्रीकरण आणि नियंत्रण यांचा समावेश होतो. संघटनेचा आलेख जो असतो हा आलेख प्रामुख्याने एक चित्रीकरण त्यामध्ये दिसून येतं आणि त्यामध्ये आपल्याला या संघटनेत कोण कोणत्या कामावर कोणत्या प्रकारचं कार्य करत आहे त्याचा स्पष्ट उल्लेख त्यामध्ये केलेला असतो. त्यानंतर मानवी प्रश्न, त्यानंतर व्यवस्थापकीय शिक्षण इत्यादी घटक यामध्ये संघटनेतील महत्वाचे घटक आणि त्यांचे परस्पर संबंध. त्या ठिकाणी जी आकृती दिलेली आहे आकृती 7.3 त्यामध्ये आराखडा, यंत्रणा, शैली, कर्मचारी वर्ग, कुशलता आणि डावपेच किंवा संघटन संस्कृती त्यावरून आपल्याला दिसून येते. अर्थात या सर्व व्याख्येच्या आधारे आपण जर विचार केला तर त्या संघटन प्रक्रियेत किंवा संघटनाची किंवा व्यवस्थापन संघटनाची काही वैशिष्ट्ये आपल्याला दिसून येतात. त्यामध्ये एकूण 10 वैशिष्ट्यांचा समावेश या ठिकाणी दिसून येऊ शकतो. संघटनेचा उद्देश ठरवणे पहिलं वैशिष्ट्य, दुसरं कामाची निश्चित व्याख्या करणे, तिसरं त्या ठिकाणी कामाची विभागणी करणे, चौथं अधिकार प्रदान करणे म्हणजे कार्यविभाजनाबरोबर तो कामाचा भाग पूर्ण होण्यासाठी कार्यभागानुसार अधिकार प्रदान करावे लागतात. 5वं संघटनेचा आराखडा किंवा आलेख निश्चित करणे, अर्थात त्यामध्ये प्रत्येक अधिकारी आणि इतर कर्मचारी यांचा सहसंबंध, त्यांचे हुद्दे कोणते आहेत, त्यांच्या जबाबदारी आणि कामाचं स्वरूप दर्शवणारे चित्र म्हणजे संघटनेचा आराखडा होय. संघटनेत देखील किती विविध प्रकारचे समूहीकरण आणि समन्वय आवश्यक असतो. कार्यक्षम आणि कुशल कर्मचाऱ्याची नेमणूक त्यामध्ये करणे आवश्यक असते. परस्पर सहसंबंध निर्मिती त्यामध्ये आवश्यक असते. अनंत काळपर्यंत टिकणारे अस्तित्व हे याचं 9वं वैशिष्ट्य आपल्याला सांगता येईल. आणि त्यामध्ये 10वं जे वैशिष्ट्य आहे त्यामध्ये संस्कृती निर्माण करणे हा देखील एक महत्वाचा घटक त्यामध्ये स्पष्ट करता येतो. संघटनेत बाजारामध्ये, समाजामध्ये, आंतरराष्ट्रीय क्षेत्रात एक विशिष्ट पत असते. केवळ नावाने त्या संघटना किंवा व्यवसाय संस्था ओळखल्या जातात. संघटनेचं महत्व विशद करताना आपल्याला काही मुद्दे या ठिकाणी जे आहेत ते 7 मुद्दे सांगता येतात. त्यामध्ये प्रशासनात सुलभता, त्यानंतर परस्पर स्नेह निर्मिती, त्यानंतर ज्ञान आणि अनुभव या इत्यादी चालना देणे. संघटनेमुळे देशाची, राष्ट्राची संस्कृती निश्चित केली जाते. 5वं वैशिष्ट्य आपल्याला सांगता येईल की साधन सामग्रीचा योग्य म्हणजे कार्यक्षमतेने वापर केला जातो. 6वं वैशिष्ट्य म्हणजे संघटनेची सामाजिक जबाबदारी निश्चित केली जाते. आणि 7वं उद्दिष्टानुसार व्यवस्था करणं शक्य होतं. संघटनेचे जे फायदे आहेत त्यामध्ये आपल्याला संघटनेची उद्दिष्ट पूर्ती होणे, साधन सामग्रीचा पूर्णपणे वापर, व्यक्तीमध्ये सलोखा स्नेह संबंध, त्यानंतर जबाबदारी निश्चितीकरण, कार्याचे मूल्यमापन, कामगारांना प्रशिक्षण, त्यानंतर मानवी मूल्याची जपणूक करणे इत्यादी आपल्याला हे घटक सांगता येतील. संघटनेची जी व्याप्ती, तर अशा रीतीने यामध्ये आपल्याला संघटन या शब्दाची वैशिष्ट्ये सांगता येतील. There are some scope of organization also. Here it is given the scope of organization here, and you will find such scope of organization at the end of each unit. You will find there are some self-study questions are also given. Here he states that true or false. The statements are given and answer. Then second is match the following also here. Then you will importance of organization. In this unit of 7 to 2, you will find that importance means here organization is real index of performance also. By slightly changing the definition democracy, we can make the definition of organization also here. Here, Mr. Organization is the system of people run by the people and for the people. Just like here, when the definition of democracy is the organization community, democracy of the people, by the people and for the people. In the same way, organization is the system of the people run by the people and for the people also here. There are some important points of those organization here, and those points you will find here. There are some 7 points here. First point is that of simplicity in administration. Due to the efficient organization, administration becomes simple one. This is known as simplicity. Then second point is here that of creation of interrelationship also here. Creation of interrelationship here, you will find that the creation of interrelationship here, as the various people come together, it becomes easier for the organizer to create understanding between them also. Then third point is common place to impart how the knowledge, experience, and various ideas also here. The third point is this, and fourth point is organization decides the specific culture of the nations also. Then fifth point is efficient utilization of resources also. With the help of organization, skills and rare resources can be used for maximum organization also. Then sixth point is social responsibility here. Social responsibility is the responsibility for the society also, giving concessions and observing government regulations also, giving proper dividends to the shareholders and contribution of capital, giving quality products at a reasonable price also. Then seventh point is management is possible on the basis of objectives also. This is the seventh point here. Management is possible on the basis of objectives also. That means here the first important factor of among the primary factors of organization is deciding objectives of the business also. Then there are some advantages of organization also. Those advantages are of number 12 here. First is objectives of organization can be achieved easily. Second, it leads to the optimum utilization. Third, feeling of cooperation. Fourth, job is created responsibility. Fifth is evaluation of employee is done properly. Sixth is personality workers is developed. Then human values are nurtured. This is seventh one. Eighth is various people come together and leads to the innovation. Ninth is expansion of business. Tenth is effective control. 11th is people come together for purpose of work. Then 12th is existence of organization for ever is base here. Then there are some scope of organization. Those points are here. Sole property, then joint family, partnership firm, joint stock company, multinational company, cooperative societies, and public government organization. So there are some market, then demand for goods, competition, size of business, and producers also. Organization structure is given. The important factors of organization interrelationship, that is structure, functions, employee organization, technical ability. Then figure number 7.5, you will find that labor, suppliers, competitors, consumers, owners, shareholders, society, surrounding environment factor, consumer, institutions, government, and internal organization also. Here you will find looking the organization from the angle is, it is clear that modern thought of organization in this here, you will concept concentrate on strength of the organization, then overcome weaknesses, then take full advantage of opportunities, then free possible threats to the organization. These are also known as SWOT here, SWOT. Here, S for strength, W for weaknesses, O for opportunities, and T for threats here. This is also known as the SWOT, SWOT or principles here. Then you will get an idea about the various factors of organization. Then there are some basic principles also, and those principles of organization are as follows here. First principle, there are many principles, those are numbers here. 15 principles are there, and you will find such principles here. Those principles are: first one, unity of objectives. Then second is principles of efficiency. Third one is principle of span of control. This is the power of controlling, directing subordinate staff is called span of management or span of control also here. Then fourth is scalar send principle. This principle is the must having for the sending orders from senior to junior also. This is known as scalar principle. Then fifth is principle of delegation. Delegation means to give some authorities to the employees for doing their work also. And sixth is principles of responsibility also, and those principles of responsibility are related with the authority also. And here seventh is parity between authority and responsibility. If the manager has to be given authority, his subordinates, then subordinate is responsible only to the extent which he has authority is given here. So this is known as parity between authority and responsibility. Then eighth point is management by exception. The best organization is structured in such a manner that decisions are related with the questions of pertaining to daily routine matters are taken executives within the limits of their authority also. And then the ninth point is principle of unity of command. That means here working organization must get orders only from the his one manager only. Because of this unity of command, the subordinates are responsible for him also. Then the 10th point is principles of division of work. The big tasks are divided into parts and distributed various employees in such organization. Every employee easily perform his work also. Then here 11th principle is principle of functional definition also here. Then various departments are functional at organization. 12th principle is principles of balancing. For this efficient functioning of the organization, the balancing must be there. Then 13th principle is principle of flexibility or elasticity. We can say elasticity must be there. Every organization has purpose of achieving objectives also and take their such types of elasticity also. Here, every organization purpose of achievement objectives take efforts to march ahead of the changing internal and external situation. Then 14th principle is principles of continuity, which is natural for industries and business to think that the organization has to be last for a very long time. For this purpose, organization has to be nurture certain values also. Then there is 15th principle, principles of leadership facilitation. It means the development of personality is possible by working with each other by education, and every organization must keep in mind that one also. So these are some points of organization principles here. मराठी पुस्तकामध्ये ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये संघटनेची व्याप्ती म्हणतो, ही व्याप्ती प्रामुख्याने संघटनेच्या तत्वाशी संबंधित आहे. त्यामध्ये समान उद्देशाचे तत्व, कार्यक्षमतेचे म्हणजे प्रिन्सिपल्स ऑफ एफिशियन्सी, नियंत्रण कार्यक्षेत्र किंवा कार्यक्षेत्र ठरवण्याचे तत्व. त्यानंतर चौथा आहे अधिकाऱ्यामधील परस्पर साखळी, स्केलर चेन ऑफ प्रिन्सिपल. पाचवा आहे अधिकार प्रदान तत्व, ज्याला आपण प्रिन्सिपल्स ऑफ डेलिगेशन असं म्हणतो. सहावा आहे जबाबदारीचे तत्व. सातवा आहे त्यामध्ये अधिकार आणि जबाबदारी यामध्ये समता किंवा समतोल साधणं. आठवं अपवादातच तत्व, ज्याला आपण मॅनेजमेंट बाय एक्सेप्शन म्हणतो, म्हणजे क्वचित प्रसंगी काम असेल तरच मॅनेजमेंट वरच्या अधिकाऱ्याकडे संपर्क करणं. त्यानंतर नववा आहे आदेशातील एक वाक्यता तत्व, म्हणजे संघटनेमध्ये काम करताना कर्मचाऱ्यांना एकाच व्यक्तीकडून आदेश मिळणं आवश्यक असतं. दहावा आहे कार्य विभागणीचे तत्व, ज्याला आपण डिव्हिजन ऑफ वर्क असं म्हणतो. कार्य निश्चितीचे तत्व 11वं. 12वं समतोलाचे तत्व आणि 13वं लवचिकतेचे तत्व. 14वं सातत्याचे तत्व आणि 15 नेतृत्व सुलभीकरण तत्व होय. त्यानंतर संघटन प्रक्रिया जी आहे ती प्रामुख्याने त्या आकृतीमध्ये काही महत्वाचे घटक विभागीकरण, विकेंद्रीकरण, अधिकार प्रदान यांचा समावेश होतो. त्यातले जे टप्पे आहेत त्यामध्ये पहिला टप्पा विशिष्ट कामाचं वर्णन करणं, ज्याला आपण कार्यनिश्चिती असं म्हणतो. दुसरा आहे कामाच्या व्यक्तिगत विभागात विभागणी करणे. तिसरा आहे खरेदी विक्री किंवा उत्पादन अर्थ मानव याच्या स्वतंत्र विभागाची व्यवस्था करणे. चौथं आहे सर्व विभागात समन्वय साधणं. आणि पाचवं कामाचे परीक्षण करणं किंवा नियमन करणं. तर या प्रत्येक प्रकारच्या या 5 टप्प्यामध्ये आपल्याला कामाची विभागणी दिसून येते. त्यानंतर यातला जे आहे ते खाते विभागणी हा पुढचा घटक आहे. इंग्लिशमध्ये ज्याला आपण डिपार्टमेंटेशन असं म्हणतो. डिपार्टमेंटेशन या ठिकाणी जे ऑर्गनायझेशन प्रोसेस दिलेली आहे त्यामध्ये स्टेजेस आर गिवन हिअर. फर्स्ट स्टेज कंप्लीटिंग डिस्क्राइब टास्क Then second, distribution of work. Third, establishing independent departments. Then fourth is balancing between functions. And fifth is controlling or evaluation also. There are these are five steps in the organization. Then there are departmentation. Departmentation, there are some departments and it has six features of departmentation. First is specialization. Second is control one. Third is coordination. Fourth is economy. Economy means here we start the departments for our own convenience, but it is the matter of expenditure. Therefore, while increasing the number of departments, decision has to be taken after the into the account of economic side for it also. Then fifth point is need for special attention, and sixth is local conditions also. So these are some points of the specialization departmentation also. Then importance of departmentation must be denoted with the following 5 points here. First one is division of work and specialization. Second is satisfaction of working independently. Third is entrusting respective responsibility. Fourth is personality development. Then fifth is proper and faster control. These are the 5 points of importance for departmentation. Then there are types of departmentation. There are six types of departmentation as per production, as per time, as per territory, as per customers, as per function, as per process wise. So these are some types of departmentation. For the first one is here production wise, means here there are some advantages and disadvantages also. For there are six advantages and four disadvantages of production wise service or service wise departmentation. Then second is departmentation according to time also. Then third is territorial department. That means according to the geographical area. Just like here, Life Insurance Corporation has main office at Mumbai, and there it has some zonal offices also. And those zonal offices are at various places here. And those places are just like here, Mumbai, then zonal office central at Kanpur, then eastern is at Kolkata, north is at Delhi, south is at Chennai, and western zone is at Mumbai. So there are some such zonal offices also, and those are this is the example of LIC or Life Insurance Corporation. Then it has also some advantages and disadvantages. There are four advantages of territory. Then it has also some disadvantages. Those are three types. Then fourth is departmentation according to the basis of customers here also. It has also two advantages and two disadvantages. Then fifth is function wise departmentation. There are technical functions, commercial functions, financial functions, security functions, accountancy functions, managerial functions. These are some function departmentation also. It has also some four advantages and four disadvantages also. Division according to the process of production or production also. It is also the industry business with goods manufactured as per process, and this process or the according to the production process for spinning, dyeing, weaving. This is the process of cloth mills also. It is the industry departmentation as on the basis of the process also. It has also the managers of production, spinning, dyeing, and weaving also. Then there are some organization structure and there are principles of organization, and those are seven principles here. Appoint persons, then to have only one topmost official. Then third is unity of command. Fourth is need of assistance experts. Fifth is orderly division of work. Sixth is delegation of authority, and seventh is balancing authority and responsibility. So these are 7 points of guideline principles of organization structure also. There are some decentralization structures also, and it has the some factors of considering details here: size of environment, Then second is culture. Culture means here the structure of business organization is based on the culture of the nation also. Then third is task. What is the function of the business and for whom they are to be done. This is known as task here. Then technology of production strategy. This is sixth is form of business. Then sixth is form of business organization, and the next is span of control. Then here you will find such managerial qualities and skills also. Then there are some types of organization structure also, and those types of organization are here, and those types of organization, that is first one line type, then second is functional type, third is line and staff, and fourth is committee type of organization also. So these are some of the types of organization also. मराठी पुस्तकामध्ये ज्याला आपण खाते विभागणीकरण म्हणतो, त्यामध्ये त्याचे अनेक तत्व आहेत. काही गोष्टी प्रामुख्याने वैशिष्ट्यीकरण, त्यानंतर नियंत्रण, समन्वय, आर्थिक बचत, इकॉनॉमी ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, स्वतंत्रपणे अटेन्शन देणे किंवा लक्ष देण्याची गरज, त्यानंतर स्थानिक परिस्थिती इत्यादी घटकांचा त्यात विचार केला जातो. विभागीकरणाचे जे महत्व आहे त्यामध्ये देखील आपल्याला काही महत्व यामध्ये विचारात घ्यावं लागतं. कार्यविभागणी, त्यानंतर स्वतंत्र काम करण्याचे समाधान, त्यानंतर कामाचे विभाजन, त्यानंतर व्यक्तिगत विकास, त्यानंतर व्यक्तीच्या कामाचे नियंत्रण. विभागीकरणाचे प्रकार आहेत त्यामध्ये प्रामुख्याने स्वरूपानुसार, समयानुसार, क्षेत्रीय विभाजन, ग्राहकानुसार, त्यानंतर कार्यानुसार आणि उत्पादन प्रक्रियेनुसार. या प्रत्येक प्रकारच्या विभागीकरणाचे जे फायदे आणि तोटे देखील या ठिकाणी आपल्याला यामध्ये दिसून येऊ शकतात. अर्थात हे फायदे आणि तोटे यामध्ये जे आहेत ते यामध्ये दिसून येऊ शकतात. यामध्ये जे फायदे आणि तोटे आहेत ते प्रामुख्याने प्रत्येक त्याच्या मर्यादा आणि त्याचे संघटन रचनेमध्ये काही तत्व आहेत, त्यामध्ये 7 तत्वांचा समावेश होतो. आणि दोन प्रिन्सिपल्स आर, संघटनेच्या आलेखानुसार माणसाची नियुक्ती करणे, प्रत्येक संस्थेत एक वरिष्ठ अधिकारी असणे, आदेशाची एकता, त्यानंतर सहाय्यक तज्ञ, कामाची सुसूत्र विभागणी, अधिकाराचे अंतरण किंवा प्रत्ययोजन आणि अधिकार व जबाबदारी यामध्ये समन्वय साधणे. अर्थात हा जो आलेख किंवा आराखडा असतो त्याचा देखील या ठिकाणी विचार करणं आवश्यक असतो. संघटनेचे प्रकार आहेत त्यामध्ये रेखा संघटन, कार्यात्मक संघटन, त्यानंतर रेखा व कर्मचारी संघटन आणि समिती संघटन यांचा यामध्ये समावेश झालेला आपल्याला दिसून येतो. अर्थात हे जे प्रकार आहेत त्या प्रत्येक प्रकारची माहिती आणि त्याचे फायदे व तोटे हे देखील इन इंग्लिश बुक दोज आर टाइप्स ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन्स आर गिवन हिअर. फर्स्ट वन इज various types of organization structure. Line type organization is a very old and simple type. It is line type of organization is the oldest one. In this type, various positions are created from top to the bottom also, and those are featured. There are some features of line type organization, and those features are line type organization. All authorities are founded in the hands of the topmost authority or officers also. Then second is the orders of the topmost officers are sent to the workers. In this type of line, authority from the top to the bottom. Fourth is all work organization is distributed over the various departments. Fifth is all the workers of various departments get orders regarding their work from heads of their departments also. Then sixth is this type has two subdivisions also, that is pure line and departmental line also here. Some this is also known as military type of organ. Here department in military, you will find such brigadier, colonel, lieutenant colonel, major, captain, lieutenant, cadet, major. So these are some types of departmentation or line type organization there. Then there are some simple examples of this type can be your manager, supervisor, foreman. Then under foreman, there are some workers of various departments are there. Then there are some departmental line type, board of directors, managing director, chief
बोरकर का ना
manager,
आला
and heads of each department also there. There are some advantages of this method of line type organization. Very simple one. This is the first advantage. Then second is clear nature. Then third is discipline program. Then immediate decision. Then unity of command. Then proper coordination, control of work, electricity, and eighth is immediate punishment for
असं
the
अर्धवट बजेट हे का टाकलं तुम्ही आरी 114
these are some advantages of
आरी 19 असेल ना मध्ये
line and military line type of organization here. Very simple one because this is the simple method and easy to understand also. In this, all positions are organization are one below the other. There is clarity in the work of employees and their responsibilities also. The second advantage is clear structure of authority and responsibility. It has also discipline program. It is clear from the military type of organization that it is compulsory to obey authorities and orders that come from the top as then advantage is immediate decision. Due to atomic style of management, officers can take immediate decisions also. Then fifth is unity of command. In
इथं
this
तुम्ही
type of
खाते कोड
organization,
124 लिहिलंय इथं आरी 124 लिहिलंय
orders
नेमकं
from
काय
only one boss also. Then the proper coordination is there and effective control is there. This is the sixth advantage. Then there are some disadvantages also. Centralization of authorities comes sometimes. Juniors cannot take initiative. More load or stress of work is on the senior. Then absence of expert services. Then encouragement of reduction. Then obstacles of coordination. Limited use is there. And encouragement to bias and influence. This is some advantages and disadvantages of such line type organization. Then there is a second type is functional organization. It has also order of work or routine clerk, then instructions, time and cost clerk, then discipline and regulatory. It's like here factory and speed, boss, repair, also. This type of functions organization, chief production and planning must be there. Routining there should be there. There are some advantages and disadvantages also. Just like here, example from the chart here is one in this figure, planning department, production department, routine clerk, instruction clerk, time, cost clerk, and disciplinary clerk also. There are some management and industrial organization officer class and their functions are also given here, and those functions are denoted by the here also. There are some advantages of this type of
आता
organization.
देऊन
Benefit of
टाका ना किती दिवस ठेवणार आहे ते
benefit
देऊन
of
टाका म्हणजे तुम्ही घेऊन ठेवलंय एवढा दिवस ठेवतं का ते पुस्तक कोणी
quality work.
मग आता तुम्हाला कळायला नको तुम्ही ठेवून घेतलंय ते
Quality work,
किती दिवस झाले 8 दिवस झाले ते पुस्तक पडलंय तिथे
production. Then sixth is good industrial relation also.
आपण ते करा ना देऊन टाका ना
Third type is line and staff organization. With the increase in the size of the business variety, functions of the staff increase, there is responsibility of this type and therefore to give technical advice to the officers, line and staff organization is to be used here. There are 4 or 7 advantages: developed nature, then advantage of expertise, scope of research, maturity, then proper assessment, then sixth is awareness of responsibility, and seventh is disciplinary directions also. There are some disadvantages also. Those are conflict between officers, then specialists are neglected and expensive method, this one. Then a rise in the dependence also. Then there is also conflict between officers and rise in the dependence and dilemma among the officers also. So these are some of the different types of organizations also. Then there are some conflict between line and top officers. There must be solutions to this conflict also. And here fourth type is committee type of organization. What is committee? These days there are traditions of appointing committee for taking any decision, professional or government, semi-government organization. Certain group of people who come together to perform some work collectively is known as committee here. And there are some reasons to create committee, exchange of thoughts, combination, giving opportunities, then many well-wishers, and many problems are easily solved here. The decision of committee is not binding upon the authority also. The work of higher responsibility easily done. Then committee type organization undertakes modern technique also, and committee is established either to take decisions immediately or to give justice to the delay in decisions also. There are some advantages of this type of committee organization also. There are some advantages just like here neutral democracy, then centralization, collective decision, then motivation, then decentralization, digital representation, then effective communication, interdepartmental and joint responsibility. These are some advantages also. There are some disadvantages of this committee type of organization. There are 6 types of disadvantages here: wastage of time and money, lack of responsibility, then groupism, importance to the other things than the work, then delay in the decision, and there is also some types of senior secrets of the business become open also. There should be precautions for functioning committee, right selection of members, capable chairman, limited number of members, initiating members to complete their work as per agenda. These are the solutions or precautions to take effective functions of the committee also. Then there are some types of authority also here. मराठी पुस्तकामध्ये ज्याला आपण व्यवस्थापन संघटनेचे प्रकार म्हणतो त्यामध्ये विविध प्रकार आहेत. त्यामध्ये पहिला प्रकार म्हणजे रेखा संघटन. त्यामध्ये जी रेखा संघटन ही एक अत्यंत जुनी पद्धत आहे, ज्याला आपण मिलिटरी संघटन किंवा लष्करी संघटन प्रक्रिया देखील म्हणतो. त्यामध्ये जसे की लष्करी पद्धतीमध्ये टॉप टू बॉटम म्हणजे उच्च अधिकाऱ्यापासून कनिष्ठ अधिकाऱ्यापर्यंत किंवा कनिष्ठ सेवकापर्यंत हे आदेशाची अंमलबजावणी करावी लागते. त्यामध्ये जसं की लष्करामध्ये ब्रिगेडियर, कर्नल, लेफ्टनंट कर्नल, त्यानंतर मेजर, कॅप्टन, लेफ्टनंट, सेकंड लेफ्टनंट, कॅडेट आणि शिपाई अशी ही रचना असू शकते. अर्थात या रेखा संघटनेचे काही फायदे देखील आहेत. त्यामध्ये आपल्याला अत्यंत साधी आणि सोपी पद्धत, अधिकार जबाबदारीचं स्पष्ट स्वरूप, शिस्तबद्ध कार्यक्रम, त्याचे त्वरित निर्णय, आदेश एकवाक्यता, कामात समन्वय, लवचिकता आणि चुकीबद्दल त्वरित शिक्षा असे काही फायदे. त्याचे दोष देखील आहेत 8. त्यानंतर यातला दुसरा जो प्रकार आहे कार्यात्मक संघटन, ज्याला आपण फंक्शनल टाइप ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन म्हणतो. यामध्ये नियोजन विभाग, कारखाना विभाग असे 2 विभाग मुख्य असतात आणि त्यामध्ये प्रामुख्याने कार्यात्मक किंवा क्रियात्मक संघटन असं त्याला म्हटलं जातं. अर्थात उद्योगाचं व्यवस्थापन करताना याचा वापर केला जातो. त्यामध्ये काही फायदे देखील आहेत. तज्ञ व्यक्तींचा सल्ला त्यामध्ये मिळू शकतो. श्रम विभागणीचा फायदा होतो. गुणवत्तापूर्ण काम होऊ शकतं. कार्यक्षमतेमध्ये वाढ होण्यास मदत होते. उत्पादनात वाढ आणि त्यामुळे नफा वाढतो आणि चांगली औद्योगिक संबंध निर्माण होतात. अर्थात या कार्यात्मक संघटनाचे काही दोष आपल्याला सांगता येतील. त्यामध्ये 6 प्रकारचे दोष आहेत. म्हणजे अतिसूक्ष्म विभागणी पद्धती, आदेशाची एकवाक्यता आढळत नाही, त्यानंतर जबाबदारी निश्चित करण्यात अडचण निर्माण होते, समन्वय किंवा नियंत्रण कठीण असतं, खर्चिक पद्धती आहे, लहान लहान संघटनांना ही पद्धती अयोग्य आहे. त्यानंतर यातला तिसरा जो प्रकार आहे तो म्हणजे रेखा आणि कर्मचारी पद्धती, ज्याला आपण कॉम्बिनेशन म्हणतो. पहिली आणि दुसरी पद्धत या दोन्हीचं कॉम्बिनेशन किंवा एकत्रीकरण या पद्धतीत रेखा व तज्ञ अधिकारी पद्धतीत केलं जातं. या पद्धतीचे प्रमुख वैशिष्ट्य म्हणजे या पद्धतीत दोन्ही प्रकारचे म्हणजे लाईन आणि स्टाफ ऑर्गनायझेशनचा समन्वय, उत्पादन कार्य किंवा प्रमुख प्रबंधक यांचा समन्वय त्यात साधला जातो. तसंच संशोधन, मजूर संबंध, प्रमाणीकरण यांचा देखील समयानुसार अभ्यास केला जातो. त्यानंतर या पद्धतीचे 7 फायदे आपल्याला दिसून येतात. यामध्ये प्रामुख्याने संघटनेचं प्रगत स्वरूप, तज्ञ सेवेचा लाभ, संशोधनात वाढ, त्यानंतर निर्णय परिपक्वता, कार्याचं मूल्यमापन, जबाबदारीची जाणीव, प्रगल्भता इत्यादी घटक यामध्ये स्पष्ट करता येऊ शकतात. अर्थात त्याचे काही दोष किंवा ज्याला आपण तोटे म्हणू शकतो ते प्रामुख्याने अधिकारी आणि तज्ञ यामध्ये वाद निर्माण होऊ शकतो, विशेषज्ञाची उपेक्षा केली जाते, खर्चिक पद्धती आहे, परावलंबनात वाढ होऊ शकते आणि अधिकारामध्ये संभ्रम निर्माण होऊ शकतो. त्यानंतर चौथा जो प्रकार आहे तो यातला म्हणजे समिती संघटन प्रक्रिया, कमिटी टाईप ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन. अर्थात समिती म्हणजे प्रामुख्याने सामूहिक कार्य करण्यासाठी जबाबदारी ज्या व्यक्तीकडे एक अधिकृत आणि पंजीकृत व्यक्ती म्हणून सोपवली जाते त्याला व्यक्ती समूहाला समिती असं म्हटलं जातं. समिती निर्माण होण्याची अनेक कारणे आहेत. त्यामध्ये आचार विचार यांची देवाणघेवाण, निर्णय अधिकाऱ्यांच्या मतांचं एकत्रीकरण करणं, त्यानंतर व्यवसायातील विभागांना अधिकाराद्वारे चर्चा करण्यास संधी देणं, समितीमुळे हित प्रतिनिधित्व होतं, समितीमुळे अनेक प्रश्न सहज सुटण्यास मदत होते. समितीचा निर्णय हा वैयक्तिक नसतो, त्यामुळं जास्त पारदर्शकपणा त्यामध्ये दिसून येतो आणि मोठ्या जबाबदारीचे कार्य समितीद्वारे सहज पार पाडलं जाऊ शकतं. समिती संघटन हे पूर्णपणे लोकशाही मूल्याची जोपासना करतं आणि निर्णय त्वरित घेऊन त्याला न्याय देण्यासाठी प्रयत्न केला जातो. या समितीचं महत्व जे आहे त्या या व्यवसाय संघटनेमध्ये आपल्याला दिसून येतं. या पद्धतीचे काही फायदे, जे 9 फायदे आहेत त्यामध्ये लोकशाही मूल्यांकन, त्यानंतर ज्ञान आणि अनुभव कौशल्य, त्यानंतर सामूहिक निर्णय, कार्यप्रेरणा, सत्तेचे विकेंद्रीकरण, त्यानंतर सार्वत्रिक प्रतिनिधित्व, परिणामकारक संदेश वहन, आंतरविभाजन, समन्वय आणि संयुक्त जबाबदारी इत्यादी घटक यामध्ये आपल्याला फायद्याच्या दृष्टीने सांगता येतील. अर्थात यामध्ये समिती संघटना पद्धतीचे काही दोष किंवा मर्यादा देखील दिसून येतात. त्यामध्ये पैसा आणि वेळेचा अपव्यय होतो, जबाबदारीचा अभाव, गटबाजी, त्यानंतर कामापेक्षा इतर गोष्टींना जास्त महत्व दिलं जातं, निर्णय घेण्यात चालढकल केली जाते आणि व्यावसायिक रहस्य काही वेळा खुली होऊ शकतात. तर अशा रीतीने हे काही दोष आपल्याला यात सांगता येतील. अर्थात हे दोष कमी करण्यासाठी किंवा समितीचं काम प्रभावी होण्यासाठी काही उपाय आपल्याला शोधता येतील. त्यामध्ये सभासदांची योग्य निवड, त्यानंतर सभापती आणि अध्यक्ष सभासदानुरूपच असावा, त्या सभासदांची मर्यादित संख्या असावी आणि विषयपत्रिकेप्रमाणे ठराविक वेळेत काम करण्याची सूचना देण्यात यावी. त्यानंतर संघटन रचना आणि अधिकार, त्यामध्ये अधिकाराचे जे विभिन्न प्रकार आहेत त्या अधिकाराचे प्रकार आपल्याला यामध्ये दिसून येतात. अर्थात हे अधिकाराचे प्रकार हे पुढील प्रमाणे आपल्याला इन इंग्लिश देर आर डिफरंट टाइप्स ऑफ ऑथॉरिटी हिअर and those types of authority are 4 types of authority here: authority of knowledge, authority of position, authority of legal and functional authority. Authority of knowledge: due to the proficiency in a certain field, a person gets authority to give information. This is known as authority of knowledge here. The second, authority of position. This is the authority which one gets due to the position among the organization or created in the organization. In this process, delegation of authority, this type of authority is very important one. Then third one is legal authority. It is central authorities and rights are given by the law also. Just like joint stock company can act as legal person as the law gives its status to the legal person here. Then fourth is functional authority. Apart from the departmentation head, certain authorities are given to other officers in the department pertaining to the specific activities also. For example, here authority of sanctioning leaves to any person in the organization is given to the administrative officer also. Here departmental officer has only the authority of recommending it or not recommending it. Similarly, the employee goes out of the situation also. Then there is also delegation of authority. Delegation of authority, it is the entrusting work to be others and giving them authority to perform it also. This is known as delegation of authority also. Then there are some basic factors of delegation of authority, and those factors are of three types here. First one is responsibility, second is authority, and third one is accountability. Responsibility means to complete the work, willingness to efforts undertake required work is called responsibility here. Authorities have to be given proper proportion to responsibilities also here. Therefore, the proper balancing and coordination between authority and responsibility is important one. Then second is authority here. Functions like decision making and its implementation and control of the work become easier to perform authority also. Then accountability. Juniors have to give report to the work of performed to their seniors also. This is known as accountability. The definition of accountability, those are standards or parameters set by the organization to a senior officer about the particular function is called an accountability here. There are some three features of this accountability. Accountability has to be given person, then it has to be goes to the senior, and report has to be given to the officers only. There are some types of delegation of authority: formal, specific, written, and upward. These are four types of delegation of authority also. So these are the types of delegation of authority. First one is formal and informal. Generally, the process of delegation of authority is formal one. As the organization structure is business, authorities are to be given one. Then there are also some specific general delegation. When the manager is having many responsibilities or authorities, out of those he gives only specific responsibility and authority to his assistant. This is known as specific delegation authority. While on the other hand, when this type of delegation of authority enhance efficiency by doing the same work to the separately, assistant becomes skillful also. Then there are some written and unwritten delegations also. Those are also some of the delegations of authority. Written means here clarification about the work is given by the authority in written. Against this, when senior officer gives oral instruction of the work, it is known as unwritten delegation of authority also. Then there is fourth type is of upward and lateral delegation. Here is the upward, and upward means senior officers give their authority to junior officers. But sometimes junior officer don't accept it and delegate it to the senior also. When the officer gives authority to the officer of his equal level is known as lateral delegation of authority also here. There are some principles of delegation, and those principles of delegation of authority are here, and those principles are of seven types here. Those principles are of seven types principles here. First principle is theory of expected result also. First principle here. Then second principle is theory of authority and accountability. This is the second principle here. Then there is also third principle is about the principle of theory of unanimity of accountability also here. Then fourth is theory of determination of authority here. Determination of authority. Fifth is theory of exceptions, or it is also known as theory of complete responsibility here. Then here the principles of delegations of authority are given here, and those principles of delegations of authority First is, as per the theory, the expectations of the managers about the completion of the work and told to the seniors there. If this is theory, expected results would be seen determining the objectives also. Then here in this uh, theory of authority and accountability, we have already studied that due to the authority and accountability is created, the principles of maintaining balance between authority and this accountability is the theory of authority and accountability. Here, and third one is theory of uncertainty of accountability, making one junior here responsible only to one senior officer is creating unanimity of the accountability also. Then those are here. Fourth one is theory of determination of authority here. Those theories of determination of authority here. Any type of delegation of authority to the junior, like written, oral, general, has to be fixed nature, has to be clearly separated from the angle of written and specific type of delegation of authority is there. Fifth one principle is theory of exceptions. Sixth is theory of levels of decision making. Seventh is theory of unity of command. So these are some principles of delegations of authority here. First one, theory of expected result. Second one is here the theory of authority and accountability. Then third one is the theory of unanimity of accountability. Fourth one, theory of determination of authority. Fifth one, theory of exception. Then sixth is theory of levels of decision making. And last one, seventh is theory of unity of command. So these are some theories about the authority delegation also. Then there are some advantages and disadvantages of delegation of authority. First advantage is organization relationship. Second is distribution of work, specialization, opportunities. Then there are some environmental cooperation and scope of business development, prestige of satisfaction, and AG control here. So these are some advantages and there are some disadvantages also. मराठीमध्ये ज्याला आपण अधिकार प्रदान म्हणतो, त्या अधिकार प्रदानामध्ये प्रामुख्याने अधिकार प्रदान हे जे वर्गवारी जी आहे ती हुशारी, ज्ञानाधिकार, पदानुसार, कायदेशीर आणि कार्यासंबंधीचे असे 4 प्रकार त्यामध्ये पडतात. त्यानंतर अधिकार प्रदानाचे मुख्य जे घटक आहेत त्यामध्ये जबाबदारी, अधिकार आणि उत्तरदायित्व या 3 घटकानुसार अधिकार प्रदान केले जातात, ज्याला आपण मूलभूत घटक म्हणतो. अधिकार प्रदानाचे जे प्रकार आहेत त्यामध्ये 4 प्रकार आहेत: औपचारिक, अनौपचारिक, त्यानंतर विशिष्ट आणि सामान्य, लिखित, अलिखित, ऊर्ध्वगामी आणि समवर्ती. अर्थात औपचारिक आणि अनौपचारिक मध्ये ही जी प्रक्रिया आहे सामान्यपणे औपचारिक असते, पण त्यामध्ये अनौपचारिक मध्ये देखील प्रक्रिया तात्कालिक स्वरूपाची असू शकते. विशिष्ट प्रकारचे अधिकार ज्यावेळेस विशिष्ट व्यक्तींना सोपवले जातात त्याला आपण विशिष्ट आणि सामान्य अधिकार प्रमाण म्हणतो. तसंच लिखित आणि अलिखित प्रकारचे अधिकार पण जर सहायकाकडे कोणते काम सोपवलं असेल तर ते काम सोपवताना त्याचा विचार त्यामध्ये केला जाऊ शकतो. त्यानंतर यामध्ये जे निर्णय आहेत त्या निर्णयाचा देखील आपल्याला अधिकार प्रदानाची 7 तत्व आहेत. त्यानंतर त्यामध्ये अपेक्षित परिणाम, त्यानंतर अधिकार दायित्व सिद्धांत, उत्तरदायित्व, त्यानंतर निश्चितता, अपवाद सिद्धांत, निर्णय सिद्धांत आणि आदेश एकवाक्यता इत्यादींचा यामध्ये समावेश झालेला आपल्याला दिसून येतो. अशा रीतीने प्रत्येक युनिटच्या शेवटी तुम्हाला अधिकार प्रदानाचे काही फायदे किंवा या ठिकाणी महत्त्वाने फायदे दिलेले आहेत. जसं अधिकार प्रदानाचे फायदे, अधिकार प्रदानाचे महत्त्व, त्यानंतर यामध्ये जे फायदे आहेत त्यामध्ये 8 प्रकारचे संघटनात्मक संबंध, काम विभाजन, वैशिष्ट्यीकरण, सहायकांना संधी, त्यानंतर सहकार्य, विकासाला वाव, प्रतिष्ठा आणि समाधान आणि सुलभ नियंत्रण हे यामध्ये फायदे आपल्याला स्पष्ट करता येतील. अशा रीतीने प्रत्येक युनिटच्या शेवटी काही प्रश्न त्याचे उत्तर देखील आपल्याला या ठिकाणी दिलेले असतात. प्रत्येक वेळी शेवटी पारिभाषिक शब्द आणि त्याचे अर्थ दिलेले आहेत, तर ते वहीमध्ये लिहून काढणं आवश्यक आहे. युनिटच्या शेवटी जसं तुम्हाला प्रमुख तत्वे, प्रक्रिया, खाते विभागणी असे काही शब्द दिलेले आहेत. नाऊ वी शॅल स्टॉप हिअर. प्रत्येक युनिटच्या शेवटी याचे काही पारिभाषिक शब्द आणि त्याचे शब्दार्थ दिलेले असतात. तर यामध्ये हे जे दिलेले आहेत पारिभाषिक शब्द दिसून येतात की त्या ठिकाणचे पारिभाषिक शब्द स्वनिर्मिती, पत किंवा बहुराष्ट्रीय प्रमंडळ, मल्टीनॅशनल कंपनी, संयुक्त स्कंद प्रमंडळ, औद्योगिक क्रांती या युनिटच्या शेवटी पारिभाषिक शब्द
नाही ना 6 महिने झाले दिलेल्या ते आता मिळाले.
क्वेश्चन
6 महिने नाही काय खरं नाही. आपण वाटत चला तुम्ही बोला चिंपिन.
प्रोडक्टिव्हिटी, स्ट्रक्चर, मोटिवेशन, स्टँडर्डायझेशन, त्यानंतर मोटिवेट, ऑर्गनायझेशन स्ट्रक्चर, अजेंडा अशी काही महत्त्वाची आहेत.
38 37 37 हा न्यू बेसिक आहे ना. आता थोडस इंग्लिश कमी आणि मराठी जास्त वाढेल बरं का. माझंही तसंच झालं. नागमोडी नाईक मॅडम 6910 इंग्लिश चिन्ह वाढलं की इकडं माझं बीपी वाढत. बीपी वाढला की सगळ्यांच्या बीपीला होती.
हॅलो
9840. हा झालं ना. हो चला.
हॅलो हॅलो